Hi, my name is Antonio Romero Montero, and I've just been awarded the Guinness World Record for the largest video game collection in the world.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Unavailability of classic titles is holding back game culture, says Platinum's Hideki Kamiya.
Look at Jay fight through that.
Whoa!
Hideki Kamiya.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He practiced that like 40 times.
Yeah.
I said it once. I was like, I can't mess this up.
He was rehearsing it.
I think so. I agree. I agree with Kamiya 100%.
Kamiya.
Kamiya.
Hideki.
So why do we think it's holding the culture back?
I don't. But you can go.
It's like it's because, man, it's like you have to preserve it. It's so hard. Check out the whole thing with Metroid Dread. You know, it made freaking old Metroid games skyrocket on platforms that are inaccessible now, and it sucks. Companies have to do a better job. Nintendo is trying to get on the ball. Maybe when we see the Nintendo Direct tomorrow, when they talk about the Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and N64, it's a step in the right direction for anyone who's played the NES and the SNES games that are on there. You know, I personally like Star Fox 2. It's really good. But Sony sucks at it. Sony sucks at preserving their back catalog. They're the worst. Microsoft's the best right now, and Sony's the worst, and Nintendo's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Punch-Out.
Seriously.
For anything.
Is there another like media thing like music or movies? I mean, I could probably say in some cases for music and movies where they don't allow you to have any way of purchasing it,
Right.
like at all in the world. I mean, not everything's on iTunes, not everything's on like Amazon, not everything's available, but you can go to somewhere else usually to kind of pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, for Nintendo,
Just get
I harp on
Beatle
Nintendo.
records.
But I harp on Nintendo because they're usually the ones who are like holding back on what's available and how you get it.
Yeah.
But I think back to before digital, and it's, do you have the cartridge? Do you have the CD? Or you don't have it at all, and then you just won't play it. So some games were rarer than others, but now artificially doing this, trying to make games, unopened games and stuff like that are like making them more rare by not bringing it out. So is that a conscious decision that they're saying, okay, if we bring out that Tengen Tetris for download, will that like substantially bring down the value of the actual cartridge?
No, because the cartridge is rare.
Exactly. So it
it's
shouldn't
not gonna-
matter.
It shouldn't matter. No.
It shouldn't matter. They should have it available, especially since Nintendo has them all.
Right.
And since they shut down all these ROM sites, so they have all the ROMs.
And it's fucked up
And
too.
it's proven that they use the same ROM
Right.
to use it on their own emulator to
Right.
put it on the system.
It hurts it also in the fact that there's some emulators that just don't work. Like there's some games that
Some
cannot
games
be-
don't work because
that
it's not
can't be
gonna
emulated.
because of the chips that they put in the cartridge and stuff like
And
that.
it's hard to process it and everything.
I mean, they figured
And it's
it out,
hard to
but-
emulate. No, but there's games that just don't emulate well, and you have to have the physical game to even enjoy it. the
Well,
way
you
it
have to
was
rely
intended.
on collectors, but you can't play those.
Exactly.
As far as preservation of the game themselves, yeah, somebody's got a
No.
museum, somebody's got it
Yeah.
in their garage. But if
But that's holding it back.
say
That's
there's a fire, it
right.
happened.
Right.
The dude who had it in Australia,
Last Gamer. Yeah.
yeah, his stuff
Oh,
caught on
jeez.
fire.
Yeah.
He lost like all of his arcades and everything.
Yeah,
So,
Guinness record.
sucks.
Guinness record for the biggest.
so say that happens, where's all this digital information at?
Yeah.
And why isn't it just available? Like that's just holding money. Like that's holding money back from people.
Right.
Like if I want to play something that's hard to find and it's not available on something I could just pick and buy it.
Right.
Why is that the case? I mean, licensing, I understand, yes, but somebody could make money off it. Like, why isn't that license bought? Like, somebody
It's
figure
the
it
same
out.
with the That's why Burnout hasn't been.
Countless games, countless games. Take the
So many-
music out. I mean,
so
whatever you
many
have to do.
franchises.
Take whatever you have to do.
So
Whatever
many-
is licensed, take it out.
So
I mean,
many franchises.
if it's a character that you can't use, change that character. Do
Right.
something.
Change the
something.
color of his hair.
Yeah, I know. Make him into something different. Make it into like Last Battle instead of. Instead
Or
of
what they did with the Alucard character in Bloodstained.
yeah.
Just flip around his
yeah.
his color.
Just change
Rip
the
it
color
off.
palette.
Rip it
Yeah.
off.
But I mean, it's holding back the culture because it's just hard. It's hard. Like it's just hard to get them.
Right.
like the culture, you don't know, like people are making these games. All the indie development is what's making the culture right now. Plus, it's also the cost of getting into the development nowadays also. But indie development is the thing that's actually moving the culture forward because you can try different things.
Right.
So I would say that's more so the reasoning why, rather than classic titles, is the fact that it's hard to make something like a AAA title without having hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
And anybody in their basement can't just make a AAA game like that.
No.
Yeah.
But they can make something similar. Like, what is it? Kamiya?
Kamiya.
Kamiya.
Yeah.
The game that came out yesterday for the PS5 and PS4.
Oh, I thought you meant Hideki
Oh,
Kamiya.
yeah.
It's
Kita-
digital.
I think
Kita-
it's something like that.
Cheetah? I want it, but it's only digital right now. I'm waiting for the actual title. It said 2 months ago.
But what about
Kina.
Kina? There you go.
Kina.
Record of Lotus War, the other indie title that's like a Symphony of the Night?
But I was talking about stuff that's similar to a
saying.
AAA.
Right.
Like that game is similar to like Legend of Zelda, like new. I mean, I'm not saying it's the biggest. It's not probably going to be like the same amount of hours playing the game and stuff like that. But similar.
Kev's like, hold your tongue.
But you can make it.
Hold your tongue.
But you can get it. Even an indie developer can get it like that polished.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, some companies that popped out of nowhere. But I mean, it's the thing is that it costs too much to do something like that.
Right.
And that's what's holding.
Well, look
that's
at
what I
Bloodstain. Yeah,
think.
Bloodstain in general. Just their whole thing is based off of that shit, and it's fucking awesome. They're doing it better than Konami could ever do it.
Yeah.
But what if you can't? What if you couldn't pick up? I mean, obviously Konami, they did bring out. I give them credit for bringing out the collections. So they did give you a possibility. Okay, I want to play this Castlevania. I want to play this Contra, and it's in the. Not all of them are in the set, which is holding it back. Also,
They're
like the
dead to me. Let me stop.
PlayStation.
They're dead to me.
Well, a lot of people don't want the PlayStation versions of those games, but Contra, you know, it's spotty. It's spotty. But
Spotty it is.
yeah. But I mean, at least they give you the option to get the classics. If you couldn't buy those titles and the new generation has never even heard of what they are because they're unavailable, and people are hoarding all the games because I got it in the package and it's not open, what's the purpose of holding it when you can't play it and can't see it? Like, it's not a comic book. I mean, but you can scan those and you can put those on. Like, it's not going to hurt the value. You can still read the story somewhere.
Let's just hope that, like a Contra collection and our Castlevania collection is, it could be played on the next Switch successor.
Not if you're Nintendo.
It's like, because it's like, the thing that sucks is like, I don't like feeling like I'm starting from scratch every time I get a new next-gen console,
I never felt like that.
It's like, with Xbox Series X, you really can
Stop moving
bring,
that mic.
sorry, you really can bring a lot of your collection,
They've done it the right way. They're the only company that's done it the right way.
Yeah, sometimes you have a hard time with some original Xbox games, but some you really can, you really can play on the Series X, which is crazy. But no one really cares about the original Xbox that much. It's the Xbox 360,
Brute
and
force.
Xbox One, brute force, and then the enhancements. The smart delivery to make older games run faster at better resolutions. Like Sony they need to do that. It's a selective thing, and I don't think Sony does that. I think it's got to be the publisher themselves who do it. But but Microsoft does it themselves with the Xbox Series X. So it's like, I think, if they come out with a Switch 2, they're going to have to start incorporating some of those upscaling things. Like, because there's too much remakes, there's too much remasters. There should be like an automatic remaster.
I think they should have more import games that have never came to the States or just
I mean, that
translated.
takes money, though. That's the problem.
Well,
Usually.
Well, I
if
mean,
they don't want to be stingy about it and be like, hey, it's already translated. Let's just put it in there. No, they don't want to give credit to whoever did it. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
They got the money. Man.
I'm about to say they can afford
They
it.
got the money, dude.
Well, I mean, it all comes down to the bottom dollar. But like I said,
And they'll
classic. The fact that they're holding classics back and they're not available is what is holding back game culture. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. So let us know if you agree.
Hold on, Chase Red has a comment.
Okay, yeah.
Finish
Go
it.
ahead.
Oh,
No, hit the comment.
Oh, okay. What's up?
He said he got timed out for some reason.
Oh, word?
Oh, that's messed up.
Why'd you block him?
asking why
Bandwidth.
You gotta stop blocking people, man.
Yeah,
I'm blocking
exactly.
already?
Damn.
That's Mike's job.
No, but we need more accessibility to the older games.
I think it's the licensing that's holding a lot of titles, classic titles, back.
That's true.
Also,
But
and developers who aren't working for the company anymore.
And I think Nintendo's slow. I think they're just slow with it. They need to have a dedicated team to do this. And it's like I'm telling you, it's like, and they deserve the flack that you were saying before, Sticks, with, You know, because they go hard. You're doing a Metroid Prime 2D project. They'll go hard to get that shut down.
Yeah.
But then they won't throw the same type. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you got Metroid Dread. This is not competing with that.
Well, when they shut it down,
tournaments
when they shut stuff like that down, they usually have something very similar that they're working on, and they don't want it to get involved with it. Like they did remake, Metroid 2.
That
Yeah,
one, yeah,
like
that made sense.
when they killed that, they
Yeah, but
were
this-
making something.
The melee tournaments, though, shutting that down.
That's-
Come
yeah,
on, man.
it's like, come on.
How's that hurting them?
It's not.
And they don't have anything.
We're
coming
done
out
with
of it.
Melee now.
Yeah, I'm saying though, it's like
Actually, be going to a
They go
tournament
too
next
far
week.
with it. It's like they're legal. They're
Right.
the way they approach. You know, they're protecting their IP. It's
Right.
like they put more energy into protecting it than they do on putting out. Putting the resources to getting their old catalog, their back catalog out and available on a new system.
That comment right there is the comment of the month right there, man.
What's that?
Shining Force 3 and Panzer Dragoon Saga not being on modern platforms is holding the culture back.
Yes, it is.
Actually, that's the comment of the year right there.
No, that's true.
Comment of the
No,
year.
it is. It's a literal sin that those games are not available. That they're not. They need to be remade because of the graphics. Definitely, they have
Right.
to, those have to be remade.
Right,
They're
right.
classics, and they would
Imagine-
sell.
And let me be in charge of it.
Well, Sega needs to be bought. Sega should sell itself.
Imagine if it was like that for movies,
Uh,
and like people holding back movies and not letting the culture grow. Like say Star Wars came out, and you couldn't buy Star Wars,
Yeah.
and nobody can make a new Star Wars because they don't want to let the license out.
That's wild.
Like
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
Marvel. Say they all right, no, you're not doing that. It was just holding it back.
yeah,
We have the license for that. No,
That's
wild.
you can't
Would
do it.
actually
Video
give DC a
games.
chance to
that
catch up.
happens though.
Give these
Yeah,
guys-
exactly. Exactly.
Video
Have
games-
Marvel will be back.
Is the worst media when it comes to accessibility to their back catalog.
Right.
You know, you buy a DVD player, you buy a Blu-ray, you could play old DVDs. You know,
Well,
it's like
God bless emulators. Only for that fact. Only for that fact.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you didn't have emulators, you wouldn't have access to anything,
In regards,
especially Metamorphic Force.
Ah, there you go, Jay. What you gonna get him with the drop?
I mean,
You got him with the drop.
shout out to Top Hat Gaming.
Shout out to Top Hat
He
Game.
did shout out. He
video-
did shout out Metamorphic Force.
That video was fire. That video was fire. It's a better Altered Beast, bro. Like that ass. It's a better Altered Beast.
multiplayer.
He
too.
basically introduced me back into it. I forgot all about that
That
game.
game is dope.
Yeah, man. That
Truck's
game
like,
is
I've
dope.
been telling y'all
telling y'all
2 years.
the years
Not
about
Chase-
Metamorphic Force.
Chase Red just made a great comment about the Fire Emblem franchise. I'm playing, what is it? Heroes
Oh, the second one, right?
of Light and Shadow. Yeah, the second one that came out for DS. It was not available. Never came to the West, but somebody translated it, and I'm playing it right now. It's better than the first one. It's definitely better than the first one.
Almost all of them are better than the first one, to be honest.
No, but I see
The first one's not bad. It's just,
played the
the-
first one.
and all of them are better than the first one.
And I just beat the first one.
And it's
But
like,
having that available though,
yeah, it's
look
like,
at how it grew. No, I'm saying that's not available.
Yeah.
But I'm saying bringing back that
Yeah.
has brought like bring that back into the culture, has let
Yeah.
it grow to what it is now.
Yep.
So you never know what type of like property you have.
Yeah.
Let it breathe.
you have to. You have to.
A lot of people grew up on this stuff and they have money now. You want to throw the money to it and make it grow? They
will.
have passion
They're holding
behind
people's,
these things.
Hey, listen, if I had money, you know where it'd go.
Dude, these companies have
Nobody wants that Genesis game.
Damn.
Yo,
These companies have-
It's a Saturn game, first of all.
No,
all right?
no, Genesis, the original.
no, for real. These companies have our nostalgia hostage. That's basically
No,
what
it is. It is.
they have our
Yeah.
childhood nostalgia hostage, and it's fucked up.
And it's jammed up their ass.
Well,
Wow.
I didn't go that far, man.
So let us know in the comments if you think the unavailability of classic titles is holding game culture back. Let us know in the comments what you think. We'd like to know.